Well, well. It's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it. And I heard like people's having problems playing her videos and she might be, trying to do the copyright thing. So I'm gonna leave my overlay of Ashley's Corner on Clarissa Shields' video. Just for those purposes only. But you can still kind of see her face, so it should be just fine. But it's a lot going on. I want to get to all topics, and I am going to go live later on today, probably 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I had to get some of this out the way, so I'm going to at least go through Clarissa Shields' response. Excuse me. I've already went live and talked about Layla Ali's initial video towards Clarissa Shields, and when you only know one side of the story, you can only talk about it for you say so much. You can only say so much. And this is Clarissa Shields' response video, so this is the other side of the story. I have to keep it fair. I showed Layla Ali's side of the story. Now I'm going to put Clarissa Shields' side of the story up on my channel and say my thoughts about her whole production and live. Now, I did see most of this. I didn't officially see all of it, Phil. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see every piece of it. You feel me? I was busy. I was doing stuff while I was looking at people's live, but we're going to go through it today. You feel me? And but initially, I have to say, Clarissa Shields really ripped off. She really bit what Layla Ali did in the first video. Basically, Layla Ali whole production was her standing in front of a camera and doing what she do for a living for the last 10 20 years, or 10 15 years basically. Like she is a host, she is an announcer, she's a commentator, she speaks for industries and companies all around the globe, so all around this country. So like her standing in front of the camera and presenting what she had to present on Clarissa Shields, the way she did it, it stood out to Clarissa, for one, because she did exact same thing. And the reason why I say it like that is because we know Clarissa as when she clapped back at anybody, like we've never seen this. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that we already know that Layla Ali is a speaker, and this is what she stands in front of the camera all the time and speaks. Like this is normal for her. And to see Clarissa Shields do the same thing just don't look like it's Shields. It just don't look like it's her. But let's get into it.
Layla Ali has been losing the fight against me for a very long time, and we all know when you start losing the fight, you go below the belt. I really did not want to have to respond to this video because I am not into tearing another black woman down. This is just another example of the older hating on the youth. So now I want to come and set the record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today. So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Clarissa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those...
Okay, now I just want to put into context what she said. She said this video is showing the hate, basically, that Layla Ali's basically been having on her. This is some confusion people been having about her video. So let's play it back about what she is presenting to everybody. Let's play it back to let everybody know what Clarissa is presenting to everybody.
Woman down. This is just another example of the older hating on the youth. So now I want to come and set the record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today.
Okay, so you heard what she said. That's what her whole video is about. Let's get into it.
So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Clarissa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. Me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer. For those who don't know, the World Championships and the amateurs come around every 2 years, where all the countries in the world meet at the World Championships, and you have to fight 5 to 6 days back to back to become world champion and hold a gold medal. Mary Spencer did that 6 years in a row. I, relatively unknown, at the age of 16, beat Mary Spencer on the point system, 17 points to 34. After that, interviews flooded in from all over.
And one of them is boxer Clarissa Shields. She just finished her junior year at Flint Northwestern, and while her classmates enjoy summer vacation, she'll be competing in the world's biggest stage.
She has to be one of the potential feel-good stories of the London Games.
American Clarissa Shields has the potential to stand out from the crowd. At the age of 17, she was the youngest boxer to try out for the national team. And Shields hopes to qualify for the London Olympics by finishing in the top 8 of the middleweight category in China.
You know, I always have the highest hopes for myself.
So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on notice. The young black girl from Flint was coming. Speaking of all the interviews that I did.
Okay, now what she's trying to say is basically because Lalia Ali was basically saying she helped put Clarissa Shields on. Lalia Ali did not say that she was the first person that interviewed her, but Clarissa Shields' point is saying that she didn't do much because people was already interviewing me. That's basically what Clarissa Shields is trying to say, and I have to totally disagree. Out of all the people that interviewed her, and I didn't even know that Lalia Ali did the extents of the things she did until she said it on there, but I knew Lalia Ali helped her in the beginning. I didn't even see all of those interviews that she's talking about. I didn't know all about her amateur career or her Olympic career. I didn't know all of that. The first time I seen her was standing beside Lalia Ali in the picture. That's the first time I ever seen Clarissa Shields. So regardless of interview or whatnot, she was somebody of interest because it said that she was a boxer and she was standing beside Lalia Ali. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, or is that the first time? Like I remember I seen her video. I mean, I seen her first fight. I seen her initial first fight. I don't know which one came first. I don't know if I don't remember if her first fight with the hard-hitting diva was the first time I seen Clarissa, or her in the picture standing beside Lalia Ali. I don't really remember which one happened first, but just seeing that fight, like the fight was messy. It was a good fight, but let's just be honest. The hard-hitting diva and Clarissa Shields, their first pro debut was some messy shit. Like it didn't, like they were their punches, all of it was sloppy. You feel what I'm saying? Like the only reason why I wanted to continue to watch Clarissa wasn't because of that fight. It wasn't because she won against the girl from Baltimore. It was because I seen her standing beside Lalia Ali. Like that's just how I felt about it. Like she was, and the fact that when that fight happened, women's boxing wasn't out there like that. I really didn't care about the fight. I didn't care about either one of the fighters, honestly. I didn't care that much about Clarissa or the hard-hitting diva when that fight actually happened, because women's boxing wasn't pumping like that. I was still watching Floyd. Like I was still watching the names of male boxing. So like I think Lalia Ali's whole point was that she wasn't hating on her, period. Like that was Lalia Ali's whole point. Clarissa Shields' whole point is bringing you back to Lalia Ali being a hater. So I agree on Lalia Ali tried to help her by doing all the things she did. In my honest opinion, if someone don't like you, if someone hating on you, they're not going to answer the phone at all for you. She said you started reaching out to her. And it seems like Clarissa Shields admitted to that. She did reach out to her. She didn't have to answer the phone. She didn't have to give you advice. She could have told them, no, I don't want her to stand beside me while I give my father his award. She could have said, she could have did, if she was a hater, none of that shit would have happened. And that's just honestly how I feel. She's not Floyd Mayweather. Floyd purposely wanted to be in boxing to hold people back. That's how people see Floyd. Now, don't throw the knife at me. People see Floyd as being a hater, and the reason why is because he signed fighters and didn't do nothing with them and tried to hold up their career. Okay, if Lalia Ali was the same type of person, it would have been no sweat for her to be inside of boxing and signing fighters. She was already a millionaire when she was born. Like when her father passed away, she was a millionaire. She's been clocking, she's been adding millions to her. Like she can do what Floyd did and just hold up women's career. She ain't doing that. She went on with her life and left boxing alone. So I can't agree with Clarissa in the initial point that she's trying to make. For real, I can't. But let's continue.
Lalia Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder if it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice. She told me to stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat.
That was nothing.
All right, hold up. Before we even get that far, let's rewind it just a tad. Before we get that far.
Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder,
you see the size difference in between them? Okay, let's go.
If it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice.
Bad advice.
She told me to stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
Okay, now. Lalia Ali admitted that there was no amateurs when she was boxing. So that's basically saying that she missed out. She would love to have did it if it was there, but it wasn't. Now that it's there for you, Clarissa, her telling you to get as many as you can wasn't bad advice in my opinion, because when she told you that, you had only won one Olympic trials, right? It's not like you won two. At this time and date, you had only won one Olympic trials or none or whatever. If that's the case, you won one Olympic trials. She told you to stay, and that's what you did. Am I wrong? Like, did she already did she turn pro the day after you said? Like, to me, Clarissa, every time you want to talk about your accolades, that's what you lead off with. That's the first thing you say. 2 Olympic gold medals. That's the first thing that comes out your mouth, is that you have 2 Olympic gold medals, and then you talk about the stuff that you accomplished in the pros. That's what you do. So I don't think her advice was bad if you use it as a golden token every time someone talks about your accomplishments. Evidently, you took the advice, number one, and it wasn't bad advice.
When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice.
Now, she just admitting that she gave you a lot of advice. She gave you more than just saying to stay Olympic for, like, and then do y'all think this was one conversation? Do y'all think the first time she reached out, she told her all of this stuff? Man, she was answering the phone for Clarissa habitually, in my opinion, until Clarissa started saying stuff that she didn't like.
And boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat.
That was nothing but her trying.
And to be honest, yo, now, and you can't even lie about this. Clarissa can't even lie about this. Go back and look at her first fight versus the hard-hitting diva. Both of them has trimmed off excess fat since that fight has happened. And she fights at a bigger weight, but she looks better trimmed. Like, bro, let's be real. She wasn't in shape for real when her first pro debut happened. She wasn't in shape like that. And for real, when you go through and look at her career, a few of them fights in the beginning of her career, she wasn't in shape like that. Let's just remember, man. She said this joint 8 fights in. I understand how she look now, but bruh, like, she ain't no Fondora. She ain't no Amanda Serrano. Like, bro, it's really girls out there that's cut up for real. She's not no Michaela Mayer. She's not no Alicia Baumgartner. Like, bro, she do got excess fat. Let's just be real. And that's good advice. It's not bad. She was trying to take a shot now, but her telling you that in a one-on-one conversation, we have to remember these conversations that Clarissa Shields and Lalia Ali had was one-on-one conversations. Okay? She was like, bruh, her telling you to trim up when you go back and look at Lalia Ali. Matter of fact, this thumbnail, I'm not gonna take this off. Matter of fact, hold up, wait. Can I? Hold up. Basically, I can show you here if it let me, but I'm not trying to take off. I'm not trying to take. See, I can't move it. But if you go back to my thumbnail of this live right here, my last live, and look at this picture of Lalia Ali, this is a recent picture of Lalia Ali in the 2020s. Okay, this picture right here of her, right here, this is her at 8 fights, bruh. If you go back and look at Lalia Ali, she was 160, 180, 170, almost 168, like this. She had abs, bruh. Like she wasn't like Clarissa. That shit wasn't the same. She was giving her good advice. This was one-on-one advice she gave her. One-on-one advice.
To body shame me and discredit me for winning world championships at weight classes in 5 different weight classes, which is 150.
How is she saying that to discredit? And you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, when you listen to this, Clarissa Shields is really trying to just she just putting digs all through her video. Like she's really just saying little things to take shots at Lalia Ali. And I've seen part of Lalia Ali's second part video, and I will be going over that later on. I don't even know if I'm gonna do it right now or later when I go live, but I will be going over that. You can see what the difference is of her first video and her second video. Her first video was facts. It really wasn't that many verbal digs in that video. She showed pictures, she showed images and video of stuff that Clarissa Shields went live and put out herself. It can't be a dig if you put it out yourself, bro. Like, come on. If you put out a video you singing and then somebody else put out the video and then just like, and they laugh at it, like, how is that really a dig? You thought it was hot. You put it live, right? So really, like, she started digging into Clarissa on part 2. The first video, verbally, she wasn't digging into Clarissa. She was saying the things that she thought, and she was trying to get her point across of what was going on. The second one was digs. You see it is night and day different for verbally and her facial expressions, or how Lalia Ali was acting in the first video to the second. But Clarissa Shields, baby. You made yourself look real bad with this. Real bad.
For
the whole
160, 168, 175, and 175 plus. I went against her advice, and I was the first woman to make $1 million in women's boxing.
Okay, that's not her. Her advice was not to make $1 million in boxing. Listen, she didn't even prove that Lalia Ali told her not to make any money. She actually proved opposite when she said Lalia Ali told her to stay amateur because there's not a lot of showing right now in women's boxing. That's basically saying stay amateur, get another Olympic title until you can really make money in women's boxing. That's what I hear her saying. That's what it means to me. And that's what you did. That's what you did. You stayed amateur and you got a second title. And we all know how in men's boxing, if you have one Olympic title, you get more money coming out the gate than other people. She got 2. Speak about it all the time. And waited. You did wait. And now that you went pro, I think, bro, Lalia Ali helped you in more ways than 10. And you just don't want to admit it.
For this interview.
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you become a millionaire?
Really,
what is this for?
Really.
Ali, me and her were very friendly. This is what ignited the entire beef.
You got Clarissa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. Mm-hmm. and she's doing great. I mean, you know, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my mind. It was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, shits and giggles?
Money right, Layla there and you know, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me. I have a big picture. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. I mean, you know, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my mind. It was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun?
I want to know what Layla Ali meant by that. You know, being that this is Clarissa Shields' video, how come she just didn't let that play? What was Layla Ali trying to say when she said, "Oh, it's not enough for me and I would want it to be bigger"? Why did she like edit that part? How come she didn't let Layla Ali land her plane? What was she talking about when she said it's not big? That sounded like it could have been a dig, but that really wasn't the disrespectful part, it seems, because this is Carissa's video. Clarissa should have let that play. What's she trying to say? You feel me? But hey, if it wasn't disrespectful to Clarissa, it ain't disrespectful to me.
Shits and giggles.
Money right, Layla there and you know, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
She claims that I took this out of context. And one thing I will say, she wasn't just saying that I wasn't good enough to inspire her and to give her a challenge. She was saying that all the women who were currently boxing could not give her.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I said it in my first live. I said it in the first live that I did about Layla Ali. I said it. I said, yo, honestly, like, you can see it two different. You can see anything that somebody say in two different ways. You can see it a positive way or a negative way. That's every and anything almost in life. So seeing this, yeah, okay, yeah, you can see it in a negative way. But the positive way that I seen it is she said to you in a one-on-one conversation that is nobody that will bring her back. Like, she don't see nobody like competition like that to bring her back. She said it to your face on a one-on-one conversation. That was the time for you to get nasty, nasty or whatever, and be like, what you mean? I'm there. I'm in your way. That was the time for you to do that. Layla Ali said that, yeah, we had that conversation and she didn't feel that way. You know what I mean? But when she said it basically out on that show, on the radio station, she had a problem with it. Okay, that's fine. And I don't have a problem with Clarissa Shields having a problem with it. But bruh, this is like, you can't let one thing slide of somebody that's giving you advice and somebody that's supposed to be your dog. You should have just let that, supposed to be a sis or whatever. You should have just let it go. It's one thing. But okay. She had a problem with it. She's saying that she was dissing everybody. She said that nobody had. My whole thing that I said in my first live is the fact that, yeah, she basically said that nobody, that's right, nobody in boxing, no matter the weight class, she can see herself coming back for. It's not like Layla Ali at 40 years old is still walking around and is fighting shape to fight at the weight class that she retired in. Let's just get that right. She's talking about everybody in boxing. She don't see herself stopping her life to do training, get back right, make weight. She don't see herself doing that for nobody. Yeah, she meant that. But you have to know that out of all the hundreds of women or whatever, 100 girls that fight in all the weight classes, 100 total girls that fight in all weight classes in women's boxing, out of all the girls she took pictures with and all of that shit, she's doing all this stuff for you. Like, Alicia Baumgartner didn't stand up there on stage with her. Amanda Serrano didn't do that. She didn't say, well, Amanda Serrano's doing good. She fights in MMA and doing good in MMA and boxing. She didn't give her shine, but it's definitely granted. She could have. She spoke about you on that show. She knew that show is damn near universal. She brung up your name first and last out of everybody that boxing, but you don't see that part. All you see is the part that, oh, well, she said that I'm not good enough. Right now on this video, she talking about how Layla Ali said that she wasn't good enough for all of the women in boxing. Yeah, but when you was venting after she said that shit years ago in the car when you were driving, you wasn't talking about all women. You was talking about yourself. You were saying, oh, well, I just don't like all the disrespect. Let's just keep it greasy. Talk about what you mad about, Clarissa, and not everything else.
A challenge. The problem is that I am the only one that says something. Now, coincidentally, I'm not the first woman athlete that she's done this to. Let's rewind again and take it back to when Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports.
Are you a fan? Before we get into that, because I got a lot to say about it. Before we get into the whole Ronda Rousey joint, bro. Before we get into that, this ain't the first time Clarissa Shields has done this. To be for real, Clarissa Shields, bruh, it's out there. You haven't came back to make no statements against what Remy Ma said you did. To be real, you got friends with Remy Ma, didn't even know who Papoose was. To Yosa, you said, I had the pleasure of meeting this man and I just started listening to his music or some shit. That's what you said when you brought him to a fight or whatever. That's telling me you didn't even know who Papoose was. You didn't know he existed for real. You didn't know he made music and you never heard it until you met Remy Ma. You met that woman, got advice from her. And I believe her when you said you got advice, that when she said you got advice from her because you looked a certain type of way the entire time. When you made $1 million, bruh, even when you were getting money, you still had them raggedy wigs on, bruh. You did not wear makeup, bruh. You were still T-Rex, if you know what I mean, bruh. And you still dressed kind of regular as hell, bro. You dressed regular as shit. Let's just be real. You met Remy Ma and everything changed about you. And I know I'm not the only person that's seen it. Everything changed about you in the year that you met her, and between the year that you met her and then you met and meeting Papoose or bringing Papoose out or to the fights or whatever. You started dressing different. You had lace fronts. You had mad baby hair all over the place. You stopped with the blue hair. You did lose some weight. You started wearing clothes to fit your body shape, bruh. You started wearing look like you had a makeup artist. All that shit just didn't come out the blue. You was friends with Remy Ma, and she admitted. You asked her for advice about her about looks and stuff. You stabbed her in the back and started sleeping with her husband. And they wasn't divorced, so you started sleeping with her husband. This ain't the first time you did it. Like, and to be for real, like, bruh, I remember her being friends with Alicia Baumgartner, and she saying she didn't come out and say, she said it on one of her lives. I don't know if it was a live on, I don't know what platform it was, but it's been changed since then. Like that live that's on that platform ain't on that platform no more. But who remembers it being about like her and Alicia Baumgartner not being friends no more because Alicia said she wanted to fight her. And then Shields was like, "Oh, you want what I got, and you jealous and all of this stuff." And she was acting like that. This was all because Alicia Baumgartner didn't want to fight on her undercard, or Alicia Baumgartner was saying that she didn't want to fight on her undercard, and that's why Clarissa was. That's BS. Okay, so you stopped being friends with Alicia Baumgartner because she wanted to fight you, but when it comes to Layla Ali, you know she want to spar you, and now it's a you looking at it like it's a problem, but you want to fight her because she wanted to spar you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and now I'm hearing that, and I do remember you saying, I mean, Michaela Mayer, and you being friends with her, she's saying that she wanted to fight. You didn't say nothing. Like, and I remember that now. I remember now. After listening to Shawan Allah, I remember that now. I remember that. So it's like, it all depends on if you're a light-skinned girl, it's different. But if you're a Caucasian, if you're white, the rules are different. But let's get into this Layla Ali joint, for real. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm Ronda Rousey. I ain't never liked Ronda Rousey. I always thought she couldn't fight. If I'm going to watch a girl fight 5 fights in a row and all she do is immediately go to submit, she don't want to throw one strike, she can't fight. It's not hard to figure out. And when she tried to stand up and fight with somebody, she got knocked out. Both times she did it. When it comes to MMA, like the boring part of it is the submission part when it comes to the outside eye. Like all that hugging and grabbing. Like, bro, there was no striking involved. She just went in there and immediately tried to armbar. That's all she had on the table. She can't fight. And she was small as a mug. Let's just be real. But let's get on with the video.
And of Ronda Rousey? I wouldn't say that.
Before it was me, Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports. I mean, this girl was armbarring girls in less than 30 seconds.
She was not the queen of combat sports, bro. Ronda Rousey ducked sideboard. How about that?
It was viral. She was making hundreds of millions of dollars in her field. When she was on top of her game dominating, Laila Ali became jealous. And instead of her embracing Ronda Rousey, she started during interviews telling everyone how she would beat Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and
she is too small.
Size of her daughter.
Yo, Ronda Rousey is tiny.
Would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman.
Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and the size of her daughter. Play the clip.
Do you think Ronda Rousey, would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period. No woman. No woman, period.
Not even Ronda.
Of course not. She's too much.
All right, wait. Let me just be 100 right now. Let me just be real. Let me ask a real question. This is a real question. Let's say Clarissa Shields' last name was Ali. Let's say it was Clarissa Ali. Okay, with the same person that she is. If she was the daughter of a legend, Muhammad Ali, and she had 27 fights with 24 knockouts or whatever Laila Ali got, and she was undefeated, and her career was over, and she was doing all the stuff that Laila Ali is doing. Who thinks that if a stranger walks up to Clarissa Ali and asks her if anybody can beat her up, who in here is thinking that Clarissa Ali is going to be like, maybe she has a good chance with me. She might be able to do something with me. Who thinks that? Today, in this day and age, with her last name being Shields, okay, with her last name being Shields, Clarissa Shields will never sit and say somebody can beat her in boxing. Are we crazy? You can't right now? She thought that she can beat up everybody in the world. People kept telling her that boxing and MMA is different. She went over in MMA and lost and don't even want to go back because she knows she can't do it. Bruh, come on, man. Let's be 100. If Clarissa Shields had the same, she talk about her accolades. Bruh, if you was Laila Ali, Clarissa Shields, you would be your mouth would be worse than Laila Ali's. Real talk.
Smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
Laila Ali had been retired for years and still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement and fighting Ronda Rousey. Laila Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then and she's bluffing now. This is what she does. She ties her name to whatever combat sports woman is popping and she said that she'll beat them in a fight. And then she plays victim once they respond. So we all know that Ronda Rousey was on top of her game. Once Ronda Rousey lost, Laila Ali went on a celebratory tour laughing and celebrating the fact that Ronda Rousey had lost her first and only fight.
Hold up. I have to do this, okay? I have to do this. Wait a minute.
I ain't none of them motherfuckers. I'm Ann Wolf.
What do you think of her stand-up? I
don't give a damn about her. I don't care about her. I don't even want to talk about her. I have 8 world titles in 4 different weight classes. So
overall, are you
impressed? And then, goddamn, Lucille Rocco is old enough to be my grandma.
Have you seen her stand-up? I mean, have you watched her at all? What do you think of her stand-up overall, and then basically a lot of the women in MMA as far as their boxing skills? She's about 135.
My daughter weighed 135.
My daughter won't weigh 135.
A real live 100% boxing match. She 9-0. She's ranked number 1 in the nation. She'll whoop her motherfucking ass.
So you think she's got a little big for her britches, maybe, on her success in MMA?
Hell yeah, to say that she'll spar Floyd Mayweather. She is.
Okay. Ronda Rousey said that she can beat up Floyd Mayweather. She said she could spar Floyd. And the only reason why I put that on there because it seems like Clarissa Shields like talking about Ann Wolfe. Like Ann Wolfe is totally different than Layla Ali. She would never say and act like that. She would never do this and never do that. Bruh, she said the same ish about Ronda Rousey. That she said worse things about Ronda Rousey than Layla Ali did. Now let's carry on.
Trainer was like, train Ronda Rousey. I'm like, but I thought you thought she could beat me. What happened?
So would you do that?
You can't train somebody's chin to take a punch. But for the right amount of money, yeah, we could probably make.
What does Ronda Rousey need to work on?
Oh, where do I begin? You know what I mean? I think we need to understand that in order to be the best in the world, you definitely don't ever get beat up like that.
Let's be real. She's saying facts. She's saying facts. If anybody that we claim is the best or the good, like she just said that she was the best female in combat sports. You can't get beat up like a rag dog and get turned into a meme and still be that. That's how you get the air deflated from your tires, is by getting stopped in a horrible way. And that's what happened to Ronda Rousey when she fought a person that used to box. But she can spar Floyd, and you want people to respect Ronda Rousey? The hell out of here.
In your prime, period.
No, it was pretty bad.
I remember you said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah, I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey.
You don't get beat the way she got beat. You know, to just get 100% taken advantage of in the ring and just look like a little rag doll in the ring, that would never happen.
Now, this is the thing that people want to overlook. She's supposed to be so.
I should find the joint, find the video. I remember they titled Ronda Rousey getting stopped by saying this is how kids look when their mother snatch them back when they trying to run in the store and get Skittles. I remember. It looked bad, yo. That Ronda Rousey meme was hilarious the way she got stopped the first time she got stopped.
Classy and supposed to be so, above everything. But look at these interviews here where she's clearly laughing at Ronda, discrediting Ronda, talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime. She just taking a dump all over her, and Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So
hold up, look at that picture. Ronda Rousey is smaller than Clarissa Shields. Layla Ali is up here somewhere, bruh. Layla Ali bigger than both of y'all. You can beat up Ronda Rousey in a fight. Who wins, Clarissa Shields or Ronda Rousey? What are we talking about? She don't even throw punches in fights. She don't throw punches, kicks, elbows, or knees. All she do is submit people. And she little. Okay? Clarissa Shields is like 5'9". I'm 5'10". Like she bigger than Ronda Rousey. What are we talking about here? And we just heard what the lady you claimed that she said, and I can find that video too. She said and went live on her own. Clarissa Shields said that Ann Wolfe scares her. Okay? Scares her after saying that Layla Ali ducked Ann Wolfe. You would have ducked her too, Clarissa. How about that? You would have ducked her too.
Of you guys know, but up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses a fight.
Man,
we don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship. And if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Layla Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful.
I think she said something because she's cool with the hard-hitting diva or whatever. She was talking ill about when Shadeja Green lost to the hard-hitting diva.
And it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Layla Ali hates on.
And how can Layla Ali not know the seriousness of combat sports? Like, listen to it.
She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her. And Layla Ali video, she
Bruh,
said that.
and let's put that into context. It's 2025. Layla Ali, I think she retired in 2007 or something like that. 2007. Let's put that into context, bruh. Notoriety in itself has fucking changed in the last almost 20 years. Notoriety itself has changed. Okay? Things are different. And I know she knows this. Things are different. And let's be for real, Layla Ali being who she is and getting them knockouts put her out there, not social media and the internet. If Clarissa Shields started fighting her pro debut the same year that Layla Ali started, Clarissa Shields wouldn't be much and probably wouldn't have never got a $1 million payday. Now that's real talk.
I had become a disappointment and a bad representation of our sport and culture. When Colin Kaepernick started to kneel to protest racial injustice and police brutality, it was a chain reaction. The world was tired of seeing unarmed black men being gunned down and killed by the police. Everybody came together to fight and stand united under one slogan: Black Lives Matter.
Wait, if you've taken Uber since 2019, you need to know about the
Instead of joining the fight, this is what Layla Ali had to say. Play the clip.
You're black, but we as black people are not calling the shots. We're not in charge. You have to fit in. You have to conform to a certain extent, but still try to be true to yourself. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like with me, for example, I don't a lot of times just post that I like, that I might see that are very pro-black, but I won't post it on my Facebook page because I have fans from all races, from all around the world, and I don't ever like to make people feel separate. You know, and sometimes they do, like when you just be like, Black Power, I love my, you know, so it's like, you know, I think it's time to like, I like the all lives matter, or all lives matter, you know, and that's kind of what my focus is, but it's hard, you know, because, you know, you got sponsors, and you got this, and you got that, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes.
You said you don't want to speak out because you don't want to lose sponsorships and you don't want to upset your different fans. Your father, Muhammad Ali, used his platform to stand up against oppression. To me, it doesn't seem like you're proud to be who you are.
Oh my, I was on mute like a mofo just now, but Layla Ali seen it herself. She's seen it herself that what this country can do to a black person. She's seen it through her father. She's seen what they did to her father, Muhammad Ali, and how they tried to take his title, and they did all the stuff that they did, you know what I mean, and try to draft him in the military and all of that stuff. She's seen it firsthand, and who knows what type of rooms and conversations she was privy to, because her last name is Ali, or she's the daughter of Muhammad Ali, and because of those situations that happened, she took a front row seat to it. What she just said is a real truthful thing. It's facts. What she said is true. Those things right there, that's how you get on the list of that ESPN list of the 4 ladies that she was mad that she was on. Is because those ladies went by those rules that Layla Ali just said. That's why they was on that list and you wasn't, Clarissa. In my honest opinion, is because you argue with men. You rap cuss words. You're not on the same level as those ladies, Caitlin Clark and the lady that swim, the Olympic girl, that gymnastics chick, Serena Williams. Like, bro, they don't beef with men and say they can beat up professional box. Like, they don't do what you do. It's a totally different level of being that the women are. Okay. But let me read this. I read this on my first live about Layla Ali. I'm going to read it again. This is all the stuff that she's been doing, okay? I AI'd this, and this is what AI told me. It said, since retiring from boxing in 2007, Laila Ali has pursued a diverse career path, taking in numerous jobs across television, business, and advocacies. It is difficult to provide an exact count of jobs, as many roles overlap, but her prominent positions include TV host and personality, co-host of American Gladiators in 2007, contributing correspondent on The Early Show in 2008, host of Student Body, co-host of Everyday Health, host of Homemade Simple, host of All In with Laila Ali, host of Late Night Chef Fight, host of Chef Grudge Match, We Need to Talk panelist, expert commentator for NBC Sports, guest appearances on a bunch of different stuff. She's an entrepreneur and author, founder and CEO of Laila Ali Lifestyle, author. She has spices and blends and supplements. She's an advocate and speaker. We say motivational speaker. You know, she's a it's so many things. It's so many things, man. Close the door. I'm sorry, my bad. I got my door all open, but it's so many things, and this is not even the same. This is not even the same list that they gave me the first time I made the live. But it's so many things that she's been into, and the reason why she can do all of those jobs and be all of them different people. I mean, different have all of them be a different host for all of those different companies and stuff is because of those list of things she just said. She knew how to keep her nose clean. That's something that Clarissa Shields don't know much about. If you're trying to say that she don't like who she is, you can tell by the way she talk and the fact that she always bring up what her last name is, that she likes who she is. But see, this is what I've been saying about all the digs that Clarissa is doing. And for her to stand up here and like rip off the way that Laila Ali was doing it, is you're trying to tell us that you can be Laila Ali, which is disgusting. You shouldn't do that. But number two, you're trying to tell us that you can be classy, but you're not, because your verbal is wrong and your whole documentation is set up. Your doc is whack. Like you're not telling us that the stuff that she said is true by video. You're showing the same video that she did. Like you showed us one or two. The only videos, footage, and receipts that Clarissa Shields has shown thus far of new that Laila Ali hasn't shown is stuff that don't have to do with her. You showed footage of her talking about Ronda Rousey this whole time. Let's get with it.
Or to be the daughter of the great Muhammad Ali. For those saying that Laila Ali YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy, that wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty.
Hold up, and let me say this. Now, people are acting like classy women don't get mad. People are acting like classy women don't have no right to do anything outside of, being 100%, just happy all the time, regardless of what you say and do to the person. That's not real life, okay? Real life is classy women. That's how they are when they're mad. They're nice, nasty. Now, I don't know how many classy women people really know, but that's true. They get nice, nasty. I know a lot of rich, wealthy women. There's a lot older than me and my aunts and stuff. When they get mad, they get nice, nasty. They don't turn hood. I think that's what a lot of people are looking for. When people was like, "Oh, well, this is classy from her," and they was like, "No, this is mean, bro." No, she just didn't turn hood. You understand? She didn't get ghetto. She didn't turn on the slang and the cuss words. Nice, nasty is how classy women are when they're upset.
She's always wanted to hate on me out loud, and now she's doing it proud and with her chest out to promote a YouTube channel. Now, in Layla Ali hate documentary.
Yo, to promote a YouTube channel, and when I went through her live, I didn't get one commercial. That's what I do realize. I didn't get one commercial. I've got 3 ads already on yours though, Clarissa. So it tells me that she's not monetized, and she started a channel just to talk about this. And she knew it was going to get hits. She knew it just like you knew it was going to get hits, Clarissa. But you taking money, huh? Yours is monetized like shit. Let's just be real.
She says that her dad...
Listen, I don't care what y'all think. She don't have a quarter of the funds that Layla Ali have. I don't care what y'all are thinking. She does not have Layla Ali money. All right? To be acting like Layla Ali need bread. For the views, bruh. You do stuff for the views. That's why you've been talking about her for 7 years, and she had to come out with a video. Let's not forget that.
Will never want his name tied to mine, and that he did not like the fact that I called myself Gwoat. Well,
Gwoat don't have shit to do with Muhammad Ali, bruh. It don't. It don't have nothing to do with Muhammad Ali, bro. He don't like it.
Lie detector test tells us that that was a lie. Play the clip.
Call yourself the Gwoat, that's fine. It's flattering. You look up to my father. We both thought that was cute. That was sweet.
5 minutes later.
My father would not want to share his name or image with her.
Something can be cute, but you don't want it to be, you don't want to be a part of it. Like, seriously, just because somebody, and I've heard people say that something is cute being sarcastic. That's cute. Somebody say something rude or whatever, they try to do a cut down and try to say a joke. Oh, that was cute. Did you come up with that all by yourself? That was cute. That could be taken in any type of context you want.
She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Layla, did you forget that you told me that your dad was flattered and proud that I called myself the Gwoat? Layla Ali says that I lied.
But you're a woman. Yo, for real, Clarissa be looking at herself like, not that she a man, but she be looking at herself like she deserves to be in the same men conversations, bro. Like that shit needs to stop, Clarissa.
About what transpired when she asked me to spar.
Now you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me.
I agree with
There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me to spar.
You got that from your daddy?
Clarissa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics, and we talked, and I gave her some advice, and I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
I found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me? The lie detector shows that also was.
Now, like I said, since you stopped being friends with Alicia Baumgartner because she wanted to fight you, I can see Layla Ali's point being right and yours being fabricated. Layla Ali said, you want to fight me in an aggressive tone. That's the same type of feeling you had when Alicia Baumgartner said she wanted to fight you. That's why I believe her instead of Clarissa Shields. More than that, because of all of this stuff that Clarissa Shields has been saying about Layla Ali, and Layla Ali been quiet for all of these years, she could have been brung up the fact that she already offered to spar and she said no. But that didn't come out until Layla said it. So that's how I know is she ain't saying shit truthful.
The lie. We're going to keep playing these clips.
Wow.
So now that we both see how the story of us sparring happened, if it is still on the table, if the offer is still on the table, we can still spar because we all know that you're not ever going to get inside the ring and fight against me. Nobody thinks that Layla Ali can beat me in the fight. She doesn't think that, and neither does our peers. Play the clips.
Clarissa Shields.
Now, look, I don't care what these dudes say. y'all are friends. Y'all didn't meet Layla Ali. You didn't smell the perfume she had on. Y'all didn't have a conversation with Layla Ali. She didn't give you no advice. You don't have her phone number. Why would you say Layla and your friendship and loyalty lies with Clarissa Shields, the person that you might see this week? You ain't gonna see Layla Ali though. So I don't care what they say.
I don't think there's really any question.
All the time, and I love it.
I don't care.
Bro, there's nobody better than Clarissa as a woman, bro. I don't give a fuck who you name. Nobody is coming close to her.
Yeah,
2 Olympic gold medals, bro. So if that's
see, and he just said 2 Olympic in his face. Ha! He just said 2 Olympic gold medals. He just said that that advice that Layla Ali gave her was golden.
the case, if this girl was a man,
if she was a man,
yo,
bro,
he understand what she just said. What he just said. If she was a man, listen, look.
Was a man.
if she was a
He
man.
understand how idiotic that sound. If she was a man.
Bro, you know how much support niggas have of her. Like
that right there tells you right there that men don't support women. Thanks for saying the quiet part out loud, Shakur. That's right there lets you know that men don't support women. Especially you look on this platform. You look on all social media for real. Unless we ain't selling you know what, men don't care. And that's basically what he's saying. If she was a woman, man, she'll get all the respect in the world. Really? But let's not forget, if she was a woman, she would still have pop like Paulie Malignaggi. All right, now let's continue.
The whole boxing world to have crazy support because she'll be Floyd Mayweather, bro.
There's no comparison. Floyd had more pop, and you know it. Now let's wait just a cut pick. Wait a second. Shakur compares himself to Floyd Mayweather all the time, but yet if Clarissa Shields was a man, she would be Floyd Mayweather. Ha! That's funny as hell. That just lets you know how Shakat be talking.
Love Layla too.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody coming close to Clarissa.
Right.
2-time Olympic.
And the only reason why she's 2-time is because look at his face. The only reason why she's 2-time is because she took Layla Ali's advice. And won't admit it.
Even Muhammad Ali's grandson says that I am the best female fighter of this era.
Here with my boy Nico.
That is Creamy Ali. Creamy Ali, bruh. You gonna have the nerve to have Creamy Ali talk about this joint? He didn't say that she was better than Layla Ali.
Oh, Ali Wash, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling amazing. How about yourself?
Everything's good. Clarissa Shields came out today with a She had a $15 million check in her video and told Layla Ali, "Step up. We got the money." What are you thinking of it? Is she reaching? Is it a potentially a good scrap? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't think the fight is going to happen.
Exactly.
I know Layla's significantly older than Clarissa. If the fight did happen, I think it would be amazing for women's boxing. So that'd be a fun fight to see.
Is Layla even in the gym? Is Clarissa just trying to reach to get to a different level? Is she trying to use Layla?
Oh, no, Clarissa doesn't need to use anybody. Clarissa is the greatest female athlete of my time. Like, there's no question about it. Her
is the best athlete of his time. His time is not Layla Ali's time. This was for no reason at all. She had Creamy Ali on here talking nonsense for nothing.
Themselves.
Have you ever wondered if you could make money?
Ex-wife, your stepmom, said that
themselves.
Even Muhammad Ali's ex-wife, your stepmom, said that I'd kick your ass.
First of all, how is that her stepmother? The lady told you to your face, Clarissa, and because she said it on camera, she said that Layla Ali's mother stole Muhammad Ali from her. How is that her stepmother? Layla Ali was not born when Layla Ali met Muhammad Ali. I mean, when Layla Ali's mother met Muhammad Ali, Layla was not born. Okay, she was not pregnant when they met each other. They met each other, and Muhammad Ali himself got her mother pregnant, and then Layla Ali. That's how life works. Okay, so she's not her stepmother, number one, and this lady right here. If anybody needs clout off the Ali name, is Creamy Ali and this lady right here. All right. Layla Ali don't need the name. You feel me? She actually went in there and laid girls out regardless. Like, she didn't fight to decisions and they gave the decision to Layla Ali because her last name's Ali. No, she went in there and fought girls and knocked them out and got titles. That's what happened. The older you go back in time, the worse it was for black females. So you can't go back in time and be like, oh, well, she had it easier than I did now. No, it don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And this lady right here is admitted. She admitted and said on camera, it's footage on YouTube, probably the same fight height. She admitted that the only reason why she said it's not really Layla. She don't got no problem with Layla. She said that out of her mouth. She said, I don't like her mother. Her mother stole my man. Now, for every woman out here that thinks this is acceptable, have God have mercy on your soul. At any time that a grown woman is hating on a baby because of what her mother did is pure evil. Okay? How hard are you going to hate on a child? She hated Layla Ali when before she was born, when she was still incubated in the mama, when she was still in the mother's stomach. She hated Layla Ali. She hated Layla Ali when she was an infant all the way to now, but she can admit that it's not her fault, it's her mother. But people are listening to this lady right here that's signing interviews and handing them out because nobody's asking for them.
Lalia, I'm wife. I just gave her a picture. She said, I want to back her up. Okay. I'm backing her up. Okay. To kick Layla's ass.
She's too old now. She retired a long time ago. But if she can't turn down that bag, I understand $15 million. At the end of the day, man, and she got punching power, right? She do what she got to do, man. Get that bag and go on about her business. But, hey. But I got Clarissa Shields. You asking me who I got?
Yep.
I got the growth.
This is why you can't go anywhere, because we need those direct takes.
I got the growth.
This is why she's mad.
All of them should have the growth.
No.
And she shouldn't be mad. She shouldn't be mad. Ain't a mad for what? She got a whole life, I'm telling you, y'all. She's been doing so much stuff that Layla Ali's been doing since she's retired. She don't have time for boxing. She doesn't. If she wanted to be in boxing, people would be begging her to interview everybody. She would have more interviews than Brian Custer and everybody combined, bro. Everybody should be doing interviews with every female for sure. And everybody else, bro, is Layla Ali. Come on now. If Layla Ali walked up to Tim Bradley, he would be smiling so hard. He would be like, well, you know, he won't stand on it. He won't stand on it. These men never even, like, for real, sat in front of Layla and had a good conversation, bro. Why would they pick Layla, bro? Out of respect, he wouldn't stand on it. Just because he don't have no beef with Layla. It's disrespectful. But they supposed to pick Clarissa. And right now, if they fought, Clarissa would win because Layla is 50 years old, bro. She's about to turn 50. Why would you fight somebody about to turn 50? Let's just be real.
I have to put this out there. Layla, for you to do a 28-minute hate documentary, a smear campaign on my career, I have to give it to you. You are officially the most obsessed with me.
Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa's.
Watching Clarissa Shields.
Okay.
We're not even in the same weight class. I know
That right there, every time she said her name, she was smiling.
that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen.
But the times that Clarissa Shields said Layla Ali name, there was no smiles on her face.
Mm-hmm. And not simply because she's not strong enough. Okay, because I would definitely knock her out.
And then they're saying,
but because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oh shit! Look.
Okay. Is it possible one of the biggest fights of all time, the matchup between you and Clarissa Shields, could ever take place? Is it possible? Because that's what people want to know. What would it take?
It's absolutely possible. Is that she is just not physically big enough or strong enough to handle me. And she does not have enough skill to keep me off of her.
Want to do it?
Is she an inspiring opponent?
You know what I
Is
mean?
she? Of course, absolutely.
So now
especially
it's a matter
that
of,
mouth.
So now it's a matter
especially
of
that mouth.
If that
Because
mouth
when it's
raises
personal,
the purse high enough.
When it's personal, that starts a fire, right? And when the money's right and it makes sense, then why not?
In 2020, when I was dominating all these weight classes, Layla pulled this exact same stunt. Now we're in 2025 and I'm more viral than I could ever even be happy about being viral. And now here she is doing it again, trying to tie her name to mine for relevance. When asked about fighting me,
That's what I'm saying, like, why do she need relevance? She obviously left boxing in the past, and didn't Clarissa admit that? He said, Clarissa said, you did what for boxing? You let it die for 20 years, and I had to come and pick it up and do all of this hard work to get it where it's at. Those are her words. She said that. Which one is it, Clarissa? Which one is it?
In 2025, this is what Layla Ali said.
We have got to the point where literally anybody...
That's not what Layla Ali said. That's off.
There's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and
says that's a fact.
We're not even gonna have a conversation.
And I believe that's a fact. Ain't nobody called me and said that. Y'all just trying to make stuff. And that's one thing that I know. Men love stirring up drama between women, especially two black women. Oh my God, they love it. It's like tea. They love it.
Trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
My team win records. All of us came together and we had 15 million in escrow for Layla to have a fight against me. Listen, the spices aren't selling and her TV shows are doing very bad.
See, that right there, those things like that, Layla didn't really get at Clarissa like that. But you're gonna say her stuff ain't selling, but yet she does it show after show. When people don't sell, they don't continue to have a career in Hollywood if they're not doing a good job as an actor or an actress. Just like in her position as being a host, if she's not a good host, they wouldn't continue to ask her to host stuff every year on the, like, bruh, she'd host like 2 different things a year, every year, on the year, and keep going. Like, man, come on. Who are you fooling?
I was trying to put some money in her pocket and help her.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Clarissa Shields, man, out of respect, Layla Ali could have talked about money. She could have talked about where you came from. She could have talked about the dirty water that you came from and still would have made it sound in a way that people wouldn't have been like, oh, she wasn't disrespecting Detroit. She was just trying to say that she came from all of that and now she's in a better place. She could have spent it like that. She didn't even do it. She didn't even talk. She had millions of dollars when her father passed away. She made millions of dollars herself while her father was still alive. She made money. She's been making millions since 2007. Like, what are we really talking about right now? She don't need no money. She don't need no money. Clarissa Shields asking to be part of MVP because she wants to talk. She wants to have bragging rights of having the most money in a female boxer. And since MVP is giving all this money to those boxers over there, she's not anymore. And she feels some type of way about it because she knows all of her people that she don't like is over on MVP. And Amanda Serrano's making that big bread now. She ain't broke. I'm not saying that Clarissa Shields don't got money. She just want more. If anybody want money and need money, it's Clarissa. It's not no damn Layla Ali. She don't need bread. Talking about trying to put bread in her pocket. She don't need you. If she was, come on, bruh. She needed money. She definitely don't need Shields to get money, bro. She definitely been getting paid before we even knew this lady right here existed.
Her defend her legacy. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. But instead of her being happy about that, she got angry. And then, as we have to go on this hate documentary, you're gonna show a clip of me getting dropped in a fight that I won unanimously? I have won every fight, unanimous decision or by knockout. Layla, you won a fight majority decision, and it's even one that should have been a split versus Jackie Frazier.
That was a nice punch. I did not know that she got dropped, but I seen this like a couple days ago. So that's when I knew. Well, actually, someone told me in my chat, but I told them to put it in the chat of who she fought so I can see the fight. She said Jackie Frazier. This is the only good footage that Clarissa Shields has pulled up to defend anything that that Laila Ali did. But Laila Ali, I don't even think she talked about Clarissa Shields get, or did she? Matter of fact, she probably did. But this is the only good piece of footage that Clarissa Shields has pulled out this whole video.
She said, I'm a bad representation of our culture. Let's clear that up. I've never been in jail. You can't find a mugshot of me. I've never tested positive for PEDs or anything. So therefore, how—
Bruh, come on. Now, just because you ain't never tested positive for PEDs and you ain't never been to jail don't make you a good nothing. Let's just be real. Everybody knows horrible people, no matter the race or the gender, that never been to jail and never tested positive for drugs. That's fucking horrible people. So let's cut that out. Stop acting like being a good influence is just being clean and not going to jail. No, it's a lot more involved than that. A whole lot more involved than that. That's where personality comes from. And if you're dry and we don't like it, we don't like your personality, and you might not even get views like that. Like, people are like that. People say that about Bud. Oh, his personality's dry. He don't do nothing but fish and don't really talk about nothing. Regardless of how good of a boxer he was, people thought his personality was dry and he didn't get numbers. Like, why are we all talking about like that's the only thing that has to do with life? You got the way you talk to people, the way you treat people, disrespect. You got all this other stuff that has to do with people's character, and you act like, oh, all yours have to do with is not testing positive and staying out of jail. That's not good enough, for real. That's not reality. That's TV shit.
Can I be a bad representation of the sport? You know who is a bad representation? Alicia Baumgartner, who she has pictures with.
Bro, she hated.
So my message to all the young
girls, yo. So she was supposed, bruh, and when she probably took those pictures with Alicia Baumgartner before she even did that whole test positive thing, bruh. Before that even happened. Oh my God.
Girls and young boys coming up.
Baumgartner is so wild. It's so wild. Just let it go.
Never let the people that came before you try to discourage you, put fear into you, and make you not want to chase your dreams. And make you not want to.
Back in 2020, Layla did an interview stating that I accuse her of being a bad businesswoman. Being the bigger person, I reached out to clarify that I never said it. Still being bitter, this is how she responded. It says Laila Ali at the top. All right, let me read it. Oh, pause. Shoot. My bad. Hold up. This is Laila Ali. It says Laila Ali with the check mark at the top. The real Laila Ali. This is Clarissa Shields, I believe, talking and says, I'm writing because I heard you on Sway. Not mad because I said what I said to anger you. Not mad because I said what I said to anger you, because you have angered me with your words. I respect you and I'm happy you started the flame. Oh, so she liked the beef. But I've never said you weren't a good boxer or not a good businesswoman. So I feel like with all the media and etc., that we had a miscommunication somewhere. I don't know when or where it started, but I know I used to text and keep you up to date and ask for advice because I felt we were cool. So some of your words hurt my feelings, and that's why I responded the way that I did. This was in January 16th, 2020. She wrote that. And then she wrote back to back. She wrote, "We can always talk or meet up and figure it out." And she wrote, the next day, she wrote, "And I'll always feel like I can beat you in a fight as you feel you can beat me in a fight. That's not ever going to change, but that don't mean we have to hate each other." Right there. If that was true, then she shouldn't have said shit else about Lalia Ali, right? Because both footages from this is at the end of Carissa's video. So shout out to you if you made it to the end of this video. But on Lalia Ali and Clarissa Shields, on both of their videos about each other, let me see if I can make sure I said it right. Neither one of them showed any footage of Lalia Ali talking trash again to make Clarissa continue to talk. Clarissa Shields didn't show any footage of after she saying what she said on Sway. That other footage that Lalia Ali showed, that happened 2 years after that initial footage. Okay? Neither one of them denied that. But in between, Clarissa Shields was talking trash. So if this was true and she really meant it, then why did she keep talking? Oh shit, hold on. Now this is, hold up, bro. Hold up, man. I don't know why it won't. Now this is Lalia Ali responding. That's why it's not in blue. This is her responding. It says, "You're a real punk talking all that shit publicly, but trying to make nice in private. You remind me of Ann Wolf's coward ass, but at least you're willing to get in the ring. I'm going to teach you a whole lot of things that will make you a better fighter and person." That's what I'm talking. That's how I be talking, man. I'm going to change your life. That's what I be change your whole outlook on life. Lesson number 1, learn to shut your mouth about money being there because it's not there until it's in escrow account. You can keep acting like you're the victim if you want to, like I came for you and called you out, but we both know you've ran your mouth about something you really don't really want in your heart. Oh my goodness. I can see right through you and always have. Facts. Facts. So just be patient and hopefully you will have the opportunity to try to knock me out, even though you're not even hurting these soft girls you have been fighting, let alone knocking them out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where am I at? Knocking them out. Keep believing your own believing. You're only believing your own hype. By the way, I won't I won't be going back and forth with you for reasons. I'm absolutely sure you won't understand. She ain't going back and forth with her for reasons that she knows she won't understand. Jesus, yo. But just keep hyping yourself and fight on the smaller outlets because you are good at that. You already know if the deal is right, it's gonna happen. Yesterday at 10 p.m. I wonder when was yesterday. Yesterday could have been any time. For real, for real. But see, Layla Ali wasn't talking like that in her joint. She wasn't talking like that, but okay. She responded. Clarissa Shields responded and said, I wrote this after I hurt your feelings on Sway, but the energy is the same. Trust me. I'm not scared of you. Never have and never will. And you can't teach me shit, Layla. I feel bad because I seen how the Layla with comment almost made you cry. I love it. This is crazy, man. Actually, I don't love it. This shouldn't be going down, yo, but it is funny. Oh man. But this wasn't written to squash beef. It wasn't written to squash. Well, the first one seemed like it was written to squash beef. The first time you wrote her, you said on Sway that I said you weren't a good businesswoman. I never said that. Okay, so this is the second time she went on Sway when she said good things about Clarissa, and then Sway played that horrible message that Sway played that nasty video of Clarissa Shields shitting on Layla Ali, which Layla Ali played in her first video. This is what this is. This is after the second Sway interview. I've said I'm a way better boxer than you, and I meant it. I hope you come out of retirement because I'm going to show you how the game has changed and why I say I'm the GOAT, sweetie. See you in the ring soon, hopefully. Oops. I fought bigger outlets than you already. The Olympics. My next fight purse is... You really talking about money on his joint? Next fight purse is 400 grand. 3 weight divisions on paper. My resume. Kill yours. You are a bitter punk. It's a shame. It's 2 a.m. She up in the morning. Hold on. When did this? All right, hold on. I'm gonna go back. And victim, you are in a worse shape mentally than I thought. You're playing the victim, crying about your age and saying I took something wrong. You said. Hold on. Yeah, she's seen this joint. After 10 p.m., she's seen that joint. She seen that joint almost 4 hours later and went in. Yo. This is gold though, bro. This is good material. This is good material for Clarissa. Because Layla Ali didn't need it, in my opinion. Layla Ali didn't need none of this. For real, for real.
I won't make you guys wait long for my announcement. I'll let you guys know what I'm doing next in my career and when I will be back in the ring fighting to defend my heavyweight undisputed championship.
Well, Clarissa Shields, in my opinion, didn't prove anything that Layla Ali said about her being wrong. She really didn't prove much. You know what I'm saying? She just let people know that Layla Ali got dropped in her career. That's basically all. And one of the fights that went to a decision. That's basically all I pretty much learned. You know, like the stuff that she said in this video about Layla Ali, she's already said. You know what I mean? The stuff that Layla Ali said about Clarissa, I knew nothing. I didn't know none of her feelings about it. So her video was, it was informative. Layla Ali's video was informative. Clarissa Shields' video just showed me that Lalia Ali got dropped and who she got dropped. She just showed me the drop. That's it. Like that's everything else. She just like I don't agree with her on none of those points that she was saying. I think all of this really was done for Carissa's career. Regardless of if she was really mad at somebody that wasn't in boxing, why are you talking about her? And honestly, just because she's retired and was in boxing, you still shouldn't be talking about it. You feel me? That's like her going to the cameras and talking about how she's mad at her sister. You know what I mean? Like, bro, she don't have nothing to do with what's going on right now currently in the sport. Even if your sister was a boxer, why are you coming to us talking about it? You feel me? So she started this rile up with Lalia Ali and got people talking about it. And when when interviewers asked her about it, she opened it with welcome arms. That's why it continued. You feel what I'm saying? If she would have squashed that shit once, then everybody would have knew that it was nothing there. But that's not how the people that's giving interviews and the people that got content, that's not how they was looking at it, because that's not how she presented it. She said, okay, now let me just say the initial thing that Clarissa said that she took out, that she was mad about, the first time Lalia Ali went on Sway and said what she said, she got a right to be mad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I broke down that first video already, and I'm not really going to say that much about it. But I will say she got a right to be mad because she's human. If she really wanted to say what she said about Lalia Ali and make that video, that's fine. But that's where it should have stopped, especially since you already contacted her and she didn't answer you. So you went live and said what you said. So it should be done and over with, especially if she ain't rebuttaling nothing. It should have been done and over with. The fact that she allowed this to continue made other people, it really brought light onto her. Even when she didn't have fights, she stays relevant by talking about other fighters that's relevant, female fighters, by going to male fights and being in the camera, and by talking about Clarissa and about talking about Lalia Ali. Those are the three things that Clarissa Shields does to stay relevant when she does not have a fight. And really, the biggest thing, the biggest news, the biggest, shine that she gets is not from going to fights, because everybody goes to fights. You know what I'm saying? I really think it was from talking about Layla. Like it kept her in conversation about things that could never happen. So this conversation could be endless. You understand? All in all, man, this video been like almost an hour and a half talking about Clarissa Shields. And enough is enough, bro. But I will be live at 3 p.m. Eastern time right here on Ashley's Corner. Check me out. See you.
Making love to the beat so slow.